It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Iuliano with 2NURFM Hunter News. A nurse accused of murdering two Wallsend nursing home patients in 2013 has been committed for trial. Gary Stephen Davis will stand trial at New South Wales Supreme Court next year for allegedly killing Summit Care residents Gwen Fowler and Ryan Kelly. He also faces the charge of attempted murder for another in his care, Audrey Manuel. It's alleged Davis injected all three people with high-dose insulin, causing hypoglycemia in three patients who did not suffer from diabetes. The federal government's timing to protect a Hunter Valley woodland has been questioned. A call for public comment on a plan to list the Warkworth Sands woodlands as a threatened ecological community surfaced only the day before the Mount Thorley Warkworth mine expansion gained approval. Nature Conservation Council CEO Kate Smolsky says the announcement raises great concern.
Was this timing a result of incompetence or just a failure to communicate? I mean, these two events are very interestingly timed, to say the least. And so either way, someone needs to explain how the system failed this endangered ecological community so completely.
A $13 million investment by Maitland Private Hospital has led to the largest rehab unit in the Hunter, boasting more than 40 beds. The unit provides hydrotherapy, physiotherapy, as well as occupational and speech therapy to over 1,000 patients a year. Maitland Hospital CEO Brett Dennett says the unit has been a success since opening.
The ward still has 7 beds which aren't open. We're just waiting for engineering certificate to allow those rooms to be opened. We expect they'll be open by mid-December, and that'll give us a whole 44 beds online. We've got 36 or 37 patients in there at the moment, so it filled up as far as we could fill it virtually from day one.
It's hoped the University of Newcastle's Memorandum of Understanding with Urban Growth will ensure transport for students is kept in memory. The bodies are now in agreement. Research and innovation will be a feature defining Newcastle CBD as part of the $460 million Newcastle Urban Transformation and Transport Program. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says transport is a regular concern for her constituents attending university.
I haven't heard any concerns about the MOU from yesterday. Very early days, but certainly the number one issue when I talk to uni students or when I'm at the uni of concern for them is the car parking, the access to car parking, cost of car parking at the university, or for those students who choose wisely to use public transport, about access to the university even at Callaghan.
A Denman Vigneron is urging Hunter residents and farmers spraying herbicide 2,4-D to watch for its spray drifting and spare neighbouring vineyards damage. Norlana vineyard owner Jeff Oldman's latest yield has been affected by the chemical, which can travel kilometres through the air, distorting his canes 30 to 40 centimetres from the growing tip. He says the product is an effective herbicide but is hazardous for viticulturalists.
The damage is fairly extensive in my vineyard, although probably not enough to seriously affect the crop for this season. Apparently, unless the vines are actually killed by the herbicide, and that they've got to get a reasonable spray, then it's not just spray drift. But apparently, it takes about a season, but the grapes, it will grow out of them.
And Newcastle Port will today play host to a history-making 1,300-metre-long grain train which will enter the port this evening. The length of the train is expected to reduce costs in transporting grain from regional farms to coastal ports. Assembled partly at both Moree and Narrabri, the train is expected to arrive at 6:30 today. In finance, the All Ords is down 11 points at 53.02 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 73.15 US cents.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club.
The Newcastle Jets star David Carney is promising to give his all ahead of Friday night's clash with Sydney. It's tipped to be an epic battle for fourth, the Jets sitting just 1 point behind the Sky Blues on the A-League ladder. He says it's time to build their professional edge.
Everyone's coming into train on their toes, hungry, and if you're not doing that, you're going to get told. So as far as that concern, I couldn't ask for much more. We're just lacking that maybe 1 or 2 more quality players. I want us to stay there.
The Jets are preparing to bid farewell to veteran Chris Houston, who's making the switch to Super League on a 2-year deal with the Widnes Vikings. The back rower was released from his final 12 months of contract after failing to feature in Coast Nation Brown's 2016 plans. And in cricket, Newcastle paceman Grant Stewart has continued his rise to the top, earning a place on the New South Wales side for the upcoming Australian Country Championships. That's sport. I'm Gary Lysart.
2NURFM News time is 1:05.